Hello, I'm Derek Kachimba, current student at Minnesota School of Business, a member of the Collegiate DECA chapter, of course. Basically today we're going to go through a few different scenarios on how to recruit students during orientation and other events as well. First example, of course, is going to be the student who's really interested, really excited, not that difficult to work with, very easy to sign up. Second student is the one that says they don't necessarily have enough time to be in a student association. The third one's going to be the one that just isn't really interested. And fourth, the one that's totally avoiding you when they walk past your booth. Hey, how's it going? I'm Darren. What's your name?
Hi, I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you, Danny.
Hi. My admissions representative told me I should join my association. This is the business one, right?
Correct, yes. This is Collegiate DECA.
Okay.
So do you know anything about Collegiate DECA yet? Or? Okay, well just to kind of briefly fill you in, it's been around for over 60 years. It's an international business group.
Really?
Yes, DECA stands for Distributive Education Clubs of America. It started off as just a high school program. They've had the college program now for just over 50 years, with well over 15,000 members worldwide. So it's definitely a large organization, and it's always constantly growing, of course.
Okay.
Some of the key benefits of joining Collegiate DECA, of course, would be resume enhancement, #1.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of teachers stress this too. It's not so much just your, it's important to go to school, but it's also what you do on the side that really shows your character and really enhances your resume. Networking skills is always important too, of course, because it's not so much always what you know, but who you know.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard that before.
Exactly.
Another one, of course, then is going to be your career readiness. It's really going to help you to develop the skills that you need for a future career. Communication skills, time management, goal setting, those kinds of things. So definitely some really key skills. So,
Good.
how's everything sounding so far?
It sounds great. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I need to put things on my resume because I've worked in retail, but I've never worked in business. So now when I get this degree, I need some things to show that I'm ready to get employed.
Definitely, sounds great.
So,
Well, I'll tell you what, here's what I'll have you do. Go ahead and write down your name,
Okay.
today's date, and then of course write down your phone number and your school email as well.
Okay.
And I'll give you a pamphlet here to take with you that has some more information, as well as one of my business cards here.
Wonderful. And will this tell me when the meetings are? Or
Our meetings will be, I'll actually be sending you an email with your contact info.
Oh,
Either
good.
later today or definitely tomorrow by afternoon. Otherwise, our DECA board is located in the hallway in the business department. You can see all the meeting times there as well.
Oh, good. Thank you so
Great,
much.
it's great to meet you, Danny.
You too. Thanks, Darren.
This next section, we're going to cover objections. So obviously you saw how I took care of the brief intro and somebody who's already really excited. Now we're going to talk about somebody who feels that they don't have enough time to join a student association. So how does that sound?
Well, it sounds good, but I honestly don't think that I have this much time. I work full-time. I have kids at home, married. I don't know that I could go to all of these types of things.
Definitely understandable. Obviously I know college students, especially here at MSB, are extremely busy. We're we have a lot of non-typical students,
Yeah.
single moms, and, families and people, full-time jobs. Totally understandable. The nice thing about Collegiate DECA and pretty much any student association at our school is there really is no minimum or maximum time requirement of being involved. It's, hey, if you have a quick hour in between classes when you're already on campus and we're doing a fundraiser and you want to stop by and help us for that hour, awesome. If you can't make it to one of our competitive events, that's totally understandable.
Okay.
You're going to look good on your resume either way. So,
Okay.
What do you think?
So if I can't go to every single thing, I can still be in the association?
most definitely.
Oh, I didn't realize that, well then yeah, I could definitely do it
Yeah,
then.
because then you're definitely benefiting, of course, like I said, with the resume enhancement, the networking skills, of course, and then, communication and the career readiness skills. So.
Okay, definitely. Well, this is where I can sign up?
Yeah, just put your name, phone number, and email.
Okay.
And here's a pamphlet.
Okay.
And my business card as well. I'll be giving you an email, or shooting you an email, either later today or tomorrow afternoon, letting you know when the meetings are.
Okay.
So if you can make it to a meeting, awesome. If you can't, that's fine. We do send out minutes to everybody as well if they can't make a meeting. That way they're still totally filled in on what's going on.
Okay, so if I can't make one meeting, I'll still know what's going on next week or the next month?
Yep. And then we also have our DECA board, of course, in the hallway in the business department there.
Oh, okay.
And we update that all the time with different events that are going on. So.
Great, thank you, I appreciate it.
No problem. This next scenario is, of course, those students, we all have them, that will sign up, but then they don't show up to a meeting pretty much almost no matter what you do. There are some key things that you can do, of course, to get them to a meeting. And if you do the right things right, you'll probably keep them. So how does everything sound?
Great, sounds good. Where do I sign up?
Oh, right here. You can go ahead and put your name, your phone number, and your student email address. And I'll actually, instead of emailing you, I'll be giving you a phone call actually personally to let you know when the meetings are.
Oh, okay.
Because we'll definitely want to get you to a meeting so that you can, in the meeting we'll cover a lot of the more in-depth information about DECA. And, you know, some of the fun things that we do. And kind of a get to know you activity, get to know the rest of the team. So.
Okay, how long are those meetings?
Meetings typically are about a half an hour, maybe
Oh.
45 minutes tops. Sometimes they go an hour, but usually if it's going to be longer like that, we'll let everybody know ahead of time. You know, just to make sure it fits with the schedule. But we try to keep them under half an hour. Obviously, know everybody's busy with, you know, classes and homework and all that jazz, especially around finals, you know, or not finals, but, you know, different events like that, so.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So this is where I sign up?
Yep.
Okay, and you said you needed my phone number?
Yep, name, phone number, and student email.
Okay,
Cell phone, you know, preferably if you've got it.
okay.
And then I'm going to, of course, leave you with this. This pamphlet basically just has some more information on what DECA is. And on the back it's got, you know, all of our officers, so some friendly faces to look for.
Oh, okay.
And here's my personal business card as well, with my contact info on it. So if you have any questions, you can always email me or give me a call.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thanks, I appreciate your time.
Nice to meet you, Dana.
Bye.
All right, this fourth and final scenario is the student that totally tries to avoid you at orientation or any event that you're trying to recruit at. Hey, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, come over here quick.
Hey.
What's your name?
I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you, I'm Darren.
Hi, Darren.
What are you going to school for?
Accounting.
Accounting? Awesome. Cool thing is, the accounting group and our collegiate DECA group just recently merged, so have you put any thought into joining a student association yet?
No.
Do you know any of the benefits of joining a student association?
No.
Well, let me tell you what. There's a few key benefits, and I know this is going to help you all when you graduate in terms of getting a job.
Okay.
Especially collegiate DECA, but any student association for that matter. First off is resume enhancement. You know, it's extremely important to get good grades and get a good GPA in college, but really what a lot of employers are looking for nowadays is what you do on the side and what builds character in you.
Okay.
Also, networking skills. You know, obviously it's not so much, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, it's not so much what you know as it is who you know.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know, building those connections is definitely important, and joining a student association is definitely helpful with that. Another one, of course, is just building those career skills. You know, your communication skills, your time management, goal setting, those kinds of things.
Okay.
Those are all skills that are definitely looked for in your future career. And those are all skills that you can gain by joining a student association.
Okay.
Does starting to make sense?
Yeah, when you joined, you just like show up somewhere, like by yourself, or?
No, we have meetings. Every student association has meetings at a given day and time during each week. And then, of course, we do a lot of different fundraising and community service events as well.
Okay.
Some of the community service events that we've done, of course, are we actually put on a benefit for a fellow student that got in a motorcycle accident.
Oh,
He's a quadriplegic now. We actually managed to raise $6,500
really?
to help him with medical bills and things like that.
Wow.
And we've also, our advisor, Wendy Top, he actually owns an orchard and vineyard, and we go up there sometimes on the weekends in the summertime and help him out. And in return, he donates like $100 to our group.
Oh, okay.
So, and you know, we've also helped with the Habitat for Humanity
Yeah.
restore here in town, and you know, a few other things as well, Souls for Souls.
So you get to put all those things on your resume as being part of an association?
Definitely, yeah.
Oh.
So really, it bulks up that volunteer and community service section. And then, of course, with the fundraising, it gives you some sales skills as well and things like that. So they're all skills that you're going to use in your career, you know, and they're skills that you're going to want to really solidify, you know, before you graduate, so that you're all ready to go.
Okay.
So how does it sound?
Sounds good.
Great. Well, I'll tell you what, here's what I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have you put down your name, your phone number, and your student email address.
Okay.
I'm going to also leave you some information about, some more in-depth information about DECA.
Okay.
And what I'll be doing is I'll actually be shooting you an email either later today or tomorrow, letting you know when meetings are, just kind of a welcome, that kind of stuff. And we'll get you to a meeting, we'll get you introduced to everybody, and we'll get you going.
Okay, so when you come to the meeting, is it here?
Yes.
Okay, Okay, and you just walk in and all the other people are already in? Is there anybody else that's just comes in the first time too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
And you're there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
So, and if you have any friends that you might think would be interested, bring them along with you too. That way, of course, you got some people that that are there in case they're kind of shy and that kind of stuff. So,
okay.
that we're always looking for more people to help out.
Okay.
Alright, finally I just have some really basic tips on recruiting that will really help you to grow your organization. First off, it's all about professionalism. You need to make sure that you're dressed in appropriate attire for your program. Of course, if you are a massage therapy student, medical assistant, or vet tech, you're going to want to wear your appropriate colored scrubs, as that's what those students that are going for those programs will also be wearing. That way they can easily identify with you. If you are, of course, in business, also criminal justice, paralegal, those kinds of programs, you'll want to make sure to be wearing exactly what I'm wearing, professional attire. So that's the first tip. Second tip, of course, is not just emailing your new prospective members, but giving them a personal phone call to make sure that they fully feel welcomed and that they're getting that personal touch, that personal invite, so that they know that you care about them enough to contact them and take the time out of your day to get to know them and personally invite them to your meetings. Another tip, of course, during orientation, you want to make sure that you have other members other than just the one recruiter at those meeting times, and spread them out throughout the entire room. That way they can mix and mingle and socialize with the new prospective members of your organization. Another great way to make sure that you get new member attendance is have a greeter at the front desk during your meeting times. If you have a meeting on a Wednesday at 3 o'clock, have a member of the organization down there at 2:40, 2:45, welcoming people as they come in that you can identify as new members. Ideally, you're probably going to want the person that was doing the majority of the recruiting, because they're going to be able to notice and be familiar with those people, and have them, personally walk them up to the meeting, and then that way, again, it gives that really personal touch. And lastly, of course, is the materials that you need for recruiting. Obviously, a nice big trifold like this is something that's really going to stand out. Typically, these will be, of course, in the student lounge during orientation, so that students can see them and sign up there. Again, you'll get a good amount of people signed up. Your best chance, though, is physically talking to people. So if you can, have a member of your association standing next to your trifold to answer any questions that the students might have about the association. You want to have a tablecloth. Some associations, depending on how large they are, might have tablecloths of their own for that association. Like Collegiate DECA, we actually do have a Collegiate DECA tablecloth. Otherwise, the school has plenty of tablecloths that they can share for you. But you want to make sure that everything looks, again, very, very professional. Making some kind of a brochure is always helpful as well. Some associations may have some. Collegiate DECA does, but you really want to give that personal touch, which is why I actually made one of our own. It has a picture of the team on here at a competition with all the awards and everything. We have all the information that they need on the inside, and then of course all of our officers' pictures are on the back, because that way they can familiarize themselves with what the state officer, or what the local officers look like, and can find them if they have any questions. Business cards are another great thing. You want to definitely make sure that you have plenty of business cards. They're not that hard to make. In fact, you can even go on vistaprint.com and order like 250 of them for free and just pay shipping. Otherwise, you can go get business card stock and you can make your own. Not that hard. It's very easy on Microsoft Office. So finally then, make sure your association has a board. You definitely want to make sure that you have, like we have the DECA board of the business hall. Make sure you have a bulletin board that you can keep updated with information that your members need to know. And also always be contacting and sending emails and things like that to your members to make sure that they know all the information that they have to. Lastly, I'm going to also give you a few other ideas of different things, different events to do to recruit, other than just doing orientation. You can do classroom visits. This is something that I've done many different times. Talk to teachers ahead of time in your program and go and visit classes and talk about your student association. You can also write up a brief intro to give to teachers to announce at the beginning of their class periods during a certain week. You can also, of course, when you're doing events in the lounge, have your board there, have a sign-up sheet, talk to people while you're doing fundraising. You know, and again, community involvement is definitely a great way to get yourself out there as well. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope that it's definitely helpful. Best of luck in your recruiting, and if you need any help, don't be afraid to contact me. You can get in touch with any staff member, they can get you my contact info.